Hello everyone, and today we are going to solve a problem related to a projection of solid. For that we'll solve one example. This is the example: a cone with the 40 mm base circle diameter and height 70 mm resting on HP such that its axis makes an angle 30 degree to HP and a top view of axis is inclined at 45 degree to VP. Complete the projection. So this is the question related to the cone. Let's start to solve the problem. This is the cone. All of you know that this is the base of cone, this is the apex point, and this is the surface of a cone, where the axis is from the center of the base and the apex point. There is the one axis. So in the problem, the data given is the base diameter of the cone is 40 mm, whereas the height of cone is 70 mm. Now you can see here the top view of cone is simple circle. So when we observe the cone from the top side, it is visible as simple circle, whereas the front view of the cone, when we are observing from our front side, you can see here it's look like one triangle. So when you observe a cone from the front side, it look like a triangle. When we observe the cone from the top side, it look like a circle. So let's start how to solve the problem. So first of all, draw one XY line. So this is the XY line, whereas on upside this is the vertical plane, whereas the downside this is the horizontal plane. This downside part is flapped on the downside. When it resting on HP, the front view is visible on vertical plane, whereas the top view is visible in the horizontal plane. First, we are going to draw a top view of cone and the front view of cone. A top view of cone is simple circle where the base diameter of cone is 40 mm, so that simple take the radius as a 20 mm and draw one circle in top view. So this is a simple top view of cone, whereas at the center there is the apex point O. Require the projection. For that, divide the circle into equal 4 parts and name each point. This is the 1 number point, 2, 3 and 4. Now take the projection of all points. This projection should be a vertical. Projection of 1, projection of 2, projection of 3 and projection of 4. So projection of 2 and 4 is at same line. Now the height of cone is 70 mm. From O point, draw an axis with the height 70 mm. So this is the height of cone, which is 70 mm. And now join these all points and complete the triangle. The name for each point: point number 1, point number 2, point number 3 and again point number 4. So this is simple front view of cone and top view of cone. So this is called first position of solid. Now we are going to draw a second position of solid. Here they mention that in second statement it is resting on HP such that its axis makes 30 degree to HP. So for the second position we are going to consider the inclination with the HP. Now you can see here the axis of the cone is here O to O dash, which is now vertical. As per the problem, this axis is inclined at 30 degree. So simple, we are going to incline this axis at an angle 30 degree. We are going to draw this axis at a 30 degree. So take one point here and from that point mark the angle at 30 degree and draw one faint line which is nothing but axis of the cone. If this cone is inclined at this direction with 30 degree, this triangle, the total triangle is inclined and it is visible like this. So the base is here in this position. The base is 40 mm. So perpendicular to axis, you can see here the base is perpendicular to axis, and we required this 3 number point. We required this point on HP, so that we have to draw one line which is perpendicular to this axis as well as it is perfectly 40 mm, and where the last point should be on the XY line. So simple, take this 20 mm line on center. This should be a perpendicular to XY line. Drag the roller or adjust the distance such that this should be a 20 mm and this should be a 20 mm, and draw the base. This point is point number 3. This point is 2 and 4. This point is 1 number point. Now we require the apex point. So take the compass, take the distance 1 to O, which is same as 3 to O. So mark the arc from 1 to O or 3 to O on the axis, so that you will get on axis this is the point number O, or you can say this is your apex. Then join this point O to 3 and O to 1 and at the center axis. So simple. Second step is to copy the same object with the given inclination with HP. So axis is inclined at 30 degree. Now this is the front view of cone as per the condition. So now we are going to draw the top view of this position. So for that, take the projection from front view. So take the projection which is properly vertical. So projection of 1, projection of 2, projection of 3 and projection of O. So projection of O, projection of 2, projection of 1 and projection of 3. Also take the projection from top view. So projection of 4, it should be a properly horizontal. Projection of 4, projection of 1, projection of O and projection of 3. So all projection on a same line. And last one is projection of 2. This projection is from this direction. So take the projection from front view, take the projection from top view and mark the point. Projection of 2, projection of 2. So this is your point number 2. Projection of 1, projection of 1. This is your point 1. Projection of 3, projection of 3. This is your point 3. Projection of 4, projection of 4. This is your point number 4. So these are the base point. Also here O dash point is here. So projection of O, projection of O dash. So this is point O dash. Projection of O, projection of O. When you observe it from the top direction, the cone is in this situation. Here the half part of the curve is visible, whereas this triangle is visible. So half curve is visible, whereas the half base is not visible. Clear? So this is the base of the cone, where when it is inclined in this position, the half base is visible, whereas the half base is not visible. When you observe from this direction, the one point is directly visible. One point is directly visible, whereas the 3 point is not directly visible because in between the observer and the 3 this line is in between. So when you observe from the top direction, it stop at this position, so it means the 3 point is not visible. So the 1 point is visible whereas 3 point is not visible. So which point is visible? So from that point, left side point is visible, right side point is visible, whereas which point is not visible? From that point to left point and right point is not visible. So simple, from 1 to 4 is visible, 1 to 2 is visible, 3 is not visible, so 3 to 2 is not visible, 3 to 4 is not visible. So simple, join this point with the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, but it is a cone, so it's simple visible as a ellipse. You can see here, when you observe this, it's visible like a ellipse. So from 1 to 4 visible, 1 to 2 visible, whereas 3 to 2 invisible, 3 to 4 invisible, and then join O2, 2 and O2, 4. Also draw axis O2, O dash. First position is a normal position, second position inclination with HP. Now we are going to consider inclination with VP. So top view of cone is inclined to 45 degree with vertical plane. Now you can see here in this, where this is a top view of axis which is O2, O dash. Now it is horizontal, but the condition is it required 45 degree inclination. So simple, we are going to copy this object here with the axis inclined at 45 degree. So first of all, draw the axis at 45 degree. So first take the point somewhere here, draw one line with an angle 45 degree. Mark the angle at 45 degree. So this angle should be 45 degree as per the example. This axis which is now horizontal, we are going to incline this at an 45 degree. So this is the position and this is the position, and we are going to incline it at 45 degree on another side. So first mark the point O. So this is apex point O. Now with respect to O, mark the other points. So for that, take the compass. First take the distance O to O dash and mark the point here, which is your O dash. So this is the axis of cone which is inclined at 45 degree. And on same line, the 1 number point and 3 number point is also there. So simple, take the distance now O dash to 3 and also which is the same as O dash to 1. This both distance are same, O dash to 1 and O dash to 3. So mark that point O dash to 3 and O dash to 1. So this is point number 1 and this is point number 3. Then the 2 points are remaining, point number 2 and point number 4. So simple, take the distance 1 to 2, mark one arc and take the distance 2 to 3, 3 to 2 which is same. So mark the arc. So this is the point number 2. Then take the distance 1 to 4. It means from two respective points find out the other point. So from 1 mark the arc, from 3 to 4 mark the arc. So this is your 4 number point. Similar to this, join the all points. So this is the first position, this is the second position where the axis is inclined 30 degree with HP, and now the third condition where the axis is inclined 45 degree to VP. Now in this position we copy the same object with the angle with the axis 45 degree inclined. Now the last position is remaining. So to form the last position, take the projection from top view, projection of 1, projection of 2, projection of 3 and projection of 4. Also take the projection of O dash. Always take care that projection should be proper vertical and horizontal. Projection of O dash. Now take the projection from side view, 2 and 4, projection of 1, projection of 3 is here on XY line, and projection of O. So mark the intersecting points. Projection of 1, projection of 1 here, projection of 1, projection of 2, projection of 2, projection of 3, projection of 3, projection of 4, projection of 4, projection of O dash, projection of O dash, and projection of O, projection of O. These are the points for the last position. Now when you are observing from the front direction, base is nearer to the observer. Base is nearer to the observer. So that base is visible. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 4 and 4 to 1, all points are visible, and we are going to join this all point with the continuous line. Now you can see here, when you observe from this direction, this base is visible. So this all base is visible. So that we are going to join this all points as a visible point, means as a continuous point. So how to draw these points? Then how to join? From 1 to 2, draw one arc with a join 1 to 2 like this, 4 to 3 like this. Join remaining part such that it visible as a ellipse. So join 1 to 4 such that join 1 to 4 and 2 to 3. Now join O to outer point of that base, and then O to outer part of that base, and last O to O dash is axis point. So this is the solution for the problem where the cone is resting on HP, where the axis is inclined 30 degree with HP and top view of axis is inclined 45 degree with VP. This is how we solve the problem of projection of solid. First position, second position and the third position. The sequence is, first we draw the top view of solid, then front view of solid, then copy the same front view with the condition given, then take the projection from front view, take the projection from top view and form this top view. Then as per the third condition, incline this object, copy the same object and incline as per the given angle, and then take the projection from top view, take the projection from front view and form the last view. This is called the projection of solid.